So this has been a interesting week.
Has it now?
Yes. I mean, I think the big one, Spyro's been announced.
Now I'm sitting here, I just don't care.
I'm looking forward to it.
I just don't
I remember
care.
Spyro. I remember that, so that's gonna be good. I also finally watched Black Panther.
Yeah, finally, it took you long enough.
Yes, I did finally go see it, and it's good.
Told
Also,
you.
my niece was born.
Oh, hey, how about
So
that?
that's been also interesting. But yes, otherwise, it's been a pretty fun week. Let's do what we normally do, and let's talk about some ponies. Yes, this is Pony 411. Welcome. This is episode 217 for the week of April 8th. I am Alca7raz, and with me is Nemesis.
Hey.
Yeah. As per our usual, we've got a few things to talk about. It's kind of been as far as like pony news, has been kind of slow. So not a huge amount of stuff's been going on. I don't have a whole lot to talk about this week. Got some news. We don't have any comics to talk about this week either, so it's just the episode that came out. So let's just jump into the news. If you would like to follow along, you can find all of our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. So go there, click the link for this episode, and let's get into this. In convention news, BABSCon just recently happened, and they've announced a few things for next year. First off, BABSCon 2019 is happening, and it's going to happen April 19th through 21st. Pre-reg for it is open already. And they have a new chair and co-chair. They handed that off at the end of this year's. They've also announced their first guest, Rebecca Choiquette.
Woo!
Into fandom news, Brony Study is doing yet another survey with a chance to win a $50 Amazon gift card.
That's going to end very soon after we
It
release.
is. So if you don't already know about it, you're just hearing about it now, get on it quick. And Starved for Light has put out another dev journal update video.
Yeah, they put it out a couple weeks ago, actually.
Yeah, we kind of missed that one. But it's there. They talk about a whole bunch of stuff where they're going with things. Bunch of stuff. Can't go through it all. Go check it out if you're interested.
There.
Into merchandise news, Gameloft has added a Cord, which is Discord's alter ego from the comics, into their game for a whopping $30. $29.99.
Don't do that.
Oy. My Little Pony ring pops are a thing now, I guess.
Lick the waifu.
Don't lick the waifu.
Lick the waifu.
So yes, I believe it is Rainbow, Twilight, and Pinky in various flavors.
Mixed berry, blueberry, and strawberry.
In that order, yes. Apparently lollipop holders are now also a thing from Chupa Chups. Chupa Chups, however you want to pronounce that, because they've acquired a license to make them. So yeah, lollipop holders. You put the lollipop in them and it, I guess, keeps your hands from getting sticky.
Chupa thingy.
Chupa thingy. And it seems MLP Merch is making a book about toys.
It seems they are.
It seems they announced that on April 1st.
Timing on that one, so it's a little. If it's a joke, it's not a particularly good one.
Yeah,
because like I don't see the joke. It doesn't seem like a joke because like that's kind of just not. That's kind of lame if it's a joke.
Yeah. Anyway. Go check that out if that's not a joke or not. I don't know.
Spotlighting interesting merch through the years.
Yes. Including old generations is what they say.
They said all generations, all including the Generation Zero, my pretty pony.
Yes. Interesting Twilight Sparkle brushable toy has shown up on Amazon. This is one that comes with the Star Swirl the Bearded costume.
They even got the bells right.
It also comes with a Spike in Dragon costume, and it's just... okay.
Just as pathetic as the real one.
I think it's more. But yeah, there is some other interesting little things about it. It's kind of sparkly as well.
Well, yeah.
And the packaging is also completely different, too. With no names or anything
got a book
on it. It's
packaging.
Special packaging and slightly special figure. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Another My Little Pony Kotobukiya Bishujo. How do you pronounce it?
Bishojo?
Bishojo, whatever you. Another one of those statues has been announced. The Pinky was the last one, and now we have Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah!
So someone here is really excited. So yeah, these are just static figures.
Yep.
They're not posable.
Figurines.
It's figurines, but they're like high quality.
Mm.
Very cool. And Tales of Equestria, the tabletop RPG, is now being distributed solely by Diamond distributors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a whole big mess of things that
Diamond
may not be very
distributors
good.
is one of those, I believe they just distribute to comic shops and other small stores, mostly.
Yeah.
Almost in fact, a lot of comic shops get their stuff exclusively from Diamond.
Yeah. But acquiring it through Diamond can be interesting.
Mm-hmm. The Equestria Daily has a whole bunch of stuff about what the heck went down.
Yeah, it goes really into detail on why and what it could mean and all that sort of stuff. So if that's interesting to you, go read the article. The link's in the show notes. And the Equestria Girls Minis theme park singles have been listed on Amazon.
Not for sale yet.
Not for sale, just
but we can
listings.
see pictures. High quality pictures.
Pretty pictures.
Oh, Sunset has a balloon with horse ears. And Twilight has a plush spike dragon.
Huh. Into Equestria Girls news, because we don't have any comic news. Part 5 of Forgotten Friendship is up on YouTube as the last part.
My understanding is there's just a tiny bit of extra stuff in this one too.
Yep, but they're all up, so someone make a super edit of it. And in Friendship is Magic news, Season 8 is now on iTunes.
For purchase. Yep.
For purchase, yes. You can buy the whole season, but you're only going to see them when they come out.
For $30.
Yes.
It already has the newest episode as well.
Yep.
As a recording. That usually used to be not until the Monday after. Now they're going a lot faster.
Well, I mean, if you go back a couple seasons, they would have future episodes getting dumped early all the time.
Usually, it was just episode airs on Saturday, show up on Monday morning.
That's the way it was normally.
Now it's episode airs on Saturday, showing up like a Saturday night.
I'm just waiting for that to happen again. Have them drop an episode early.
Yep.
It's not like a lot of Season 8 hasn't already been leaked out. So yeah, that's it. That's the news. Like I said, not a huge amount.
Not a lot at all.
So yes, as our normal discussion, we don't have any comics to talk about. No comic news, no comics. So
no Equestria Girls shorts, at least as far as I know.
As far as I know. Maybe I should double check real quick. These all look like old ones.
All right.
So yes, we just going to talk about the episode that just came out. Fake it till you make it.
So everyone does.
So yes, in this episode, starts out, Fluttershy is at her shelter with a picnic with her... Sanctuary. Whatever. With all of her animal friends, and in comes screaming Rarity. Needs help running the store in Manhattan or Canterlot? Manhattan.
Because Saddle Row.
Yes, because she's going to Canterlot. That's why. For a big fashion thing, and she still needs to design because she's having issues with her dress. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
It's going to be all who's on deck.
Yes.
That's why she needs someone else to run it.
Yes. So she needs someone else to run it, and apparently Fluttershy is the only one available.
Yep.
So she goes have Fluttershy run it. Fluttershy's not so sure about this. Rarity says, yes, you can. Put on this. Try an ensemble if it helps. Try a new outfit.
Role play.
And it actually does help. And then it really doesn't, as she gets way too into it and starts becoming a jerk. And then her friends have to come and rescue her.
Intervention time.
Yep. And then Rarity has to show up and fire her. And that somehow fixes things.
And everything's fine in the end.
And yeah, that's basically it.
And Rarity gets a new dress inspiration.
Right, yes, that too. But that's not important.
It's a dress, who cares?
It's just a dress. Yeah, it's not, the whole basis of the entire start of this episode.
Come and suplex you. I would not doubt Rarity being able to do that.
Oh, Rarity definitely would.
You laugh, but then...
Rarity is,
your head's in the ground, and you just, how did this happen?
Remember, Rarity's the one who talks about, it doesn't like getting dirty, but then gets mad and she won't care, and she'll drop you. So yes, this episode, I'm already seeing some divisiveness over this episode surrounding one thing. Do we want to just jump into the biggest glaring thing that everyone's talking about?
You're in charge this time.
Do we just want to... Okay, we will. There's a pretty big continuity error here. Fluttershy is apparently not good with sewing and doesn't know anything about sewing or knitting, which directly contradicts things we've seen earlier.
In the show.
Even in the show, way back in season 1.
Suited for success.
Suited for success. We have the whole... She just goes super in-depth on all the different things with her dress, because she has as we've seen later in the show, a freaky knowledge of sewing. That has come up twice before in this show, and suddenly she has completely forgotten all about it.
What's a thread count?
What's a thread count? And the comics even have her knitting. And she doesn't knit very well in this episode.
The comic part is like, the comic, we always know the comic stuff is always in danger of being decanonized.
Yeah, so that is a comic. But it is based off, she does have a freaking knowledge of sewing, which is
a show thing.
That's a show thing. And now suddenly it's gone. So that's like the biggest glaring problem that everyone is talking about on this one. It's this huge continuity error, and I cannot ignore it. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think my biggest issue with this continuity error is you could have had this exact episode without that continuity error.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Because it's all about sales, not...
Yeah, you didn't need that continuity error.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It just comes from a relatively new writer who probably isn't aware of what happened in season 1.
Yeah, that's probably it. I guess the only way I can excuse it is because it is a relatively new...
Josh Hamilton, by the way.
Yeah, it's Josh Hamilton, who does have good episodes already. It is not his first episode, and has written some other really good ones.
Yeah.
Like Secret Senpais, I believe he wrote, and that one was actually really well written.
I don't remember liking that one as much.
Well, I mean, it's also a Dash and Pinky episode, so you're not going to like it. It's you. I liked it.
That's all that matters.
Well, obviously. Isn't that what you'd say?
Let's see. Okay, he did... Oh, Parental Guidance. See, that's the thing. That's the one that caught up to me.
Yeah. He did Parental Guidance.
Triple Threat.
Which, yeah, those are good episodes. And yeah, Parental Guidance, I had a couple issues, but I still thought it was still fairly well written. And I guess it's the same thing again here.
So this one's a bigger issue.
It's kind of the continuity error. Well, I don't know. The whole...
I know.
With Parental Guidance, my issue with that one was kind of big too. But I guess it's somewhat excusable because he is a new writer. And the Fluttershy's freaky knowledge of sewing hasn't popped up recently. I mean, it started out in season 1, and it didn't pop up. It was semi-recent. The second one was...
Yeah, but you know whose job it is to catch that sort of thing?
That would be the editor.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Josh Haber?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't really seem to care as much about continuity. It seems because he has continuity. He does put continuity in, but then he forgets details and oops. And this is one of those. This is one of those details.
This is one of those details that catches a lot of us off guard. I mean, the target audience wouldn't care. I don't think.
I think on that part aspect, that's actually be a good story editor, not necessarily writer, just an editor. Just because I'm like, yeah, you forgot this bit. Because I remember all this stupid nonsense that no one else does.
That's not the only part
I'm not
of
talking
an
about just ponies. I'm talking about anything I watch. It's like, I could be a story editor just because I remember this stupid thing that happened 5 years ago that no one else does.
Yeah, but a story editor does more than just that.
I know.
The director is also supposed to... The whole writing team is supposed to catch those things, not just the editor. The writer's supposed to know about it. The editor's supposed to know about it. The director's supposed to know about it. All those sort of things. But yeah, it is a pretty glaring one. I did have one other issue with it. One real issue that I couldn't really, get around. And that was the ending. The resolution on this one felt a little weird to me. The Rarity shows up, you're terminated, and then all of a sudden everything's good. Fluttershy just kind of pops up, I'm
comes
fine
back
now.
And she's normal again.
It's just like, it felt really
That's it.
abrupt and kind of jarring. It just, all of a sudden, okay, everything's fine. It was just kind of, I don't know, it felt odd.
It did.
Almost like it got shrunk for time. That's where I would say, like they kind of compressed it for time, which is a thing that happens. But overall, other than those two errors, I thought it was actually fairly well written. The dialogue was great. There was amazing scenes throughout it. I mean, I guess it still was sort of a Fluttershy learns to be assertive episode, which we've had a lot of. It was slightly different than the rest, though. And it showed a different aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just learn to be assertive. It was different because she did immediately become assertive, but she took it too far.
Yeah, another one.
And I guess that's more of the lesson
back to,
is
what was it? Minotaur.
Iron Will.
Yeah, Iron Will, that one.
Yeah, back to putting your hoof down.
That's what it was. That's what the episode was called.
Yeah.
For some reason my brain kept going burning hoof. I was like, no, it's the wrong one entirely. I know that's the wrong one. Why do you keep going to that? Brain, stop
I hate
it.
that. It just gets caught on one thing. But yeah, it is a little bit more. It is kind of a callback to that if it's intended to be a callback.
I don't think so.
Or just forgot that it happened. But it is a little bit different.
Because there was a bit about, just like, yeah, no, you're got stronger. It's the whole thing is like acknowledging that Fluttershy's grown a lot as a character already over the course of the show. That's in the show, this episode itself.
Yes, Rarity acknowledges, I know you can do this. You've done this before. I've seen you. Yeah, she makes that mention, which was really cool, by the way. I really liked that. So yeah.
In a field, I guess she knows nothing about. I guess now.
Yeah. That one continuity error. I think if you were to have this episode in isolation, the writing is other than that one abrupt ending, which I think is probably just compressed for time. It was probably just compressed for time. Is what I'm going to say just to make myself feel better about it.
But you didn't need the bit at the end though with the dress. You could have cut that.
Possibly.
And then you have more time to resolve Fluttershy's.
Yeah, but then you would have had this hanging.
Not really.
Thing, I guess.
Not really.
It depends on how you were to write it. There were things you could do. I mean, there's always things that can be done. But yeah, otherwise, in isolation, this is a really well-written episode. The dialogue, like I said, the dialogue's great. The scenes are great. It's, other than the ending, it's paced really well, too. So Josh did a good job with writing. There was just that glaring continuity error. So yeah, props where props are due. It was really well written. It was really fun seeing Fluttershy and all those different personalities. Fluttergoth is probably the best.
Also, Edward Scissorhands reference.
Yes.
Edward Scissorhands. Sure,
that works.
And also hipster and
hipster / valley girl.
Yeah, being totally woke.
Yes. That was great.
And then there's just Snooty Shy, I guess people are calling her.
Snooty Shy. I've seen a couple different names. Remember,
personality.
It's Fluttergoth, not Emo Shy.
Yeah.
Emo Shy is already assigned to something else.
Yeah, the black highlights way back in season 1.
Yep, that's the one.
It's weird just seeing Fluttershy being so dark.
Yes. What is also interesting is the quick snaps between personalities.
Yeah.
That was freaking out even her friends. Yeah, like, how are you doing this? That was
how
really...
are you going this fast?
It's almost like actual dissociative identity disorder there.
Yeah. What was it? I actually saw a thing, someone made a SCP joke about this one because apparently...
Well, that was mentioned, SCP.
Yeah, that's the other thing was the SCP that was in there. It's the SCP.
Yeah, I heard that. The SCP. What? Was that intentional?
Don't blink. But the SCP, someone actually made a little SCP joke about it because basically something happened that caused Fluttershy to be able to change in ways that were impossibly fast. Like people were there, ponies were there claiming that she practically 2 places at once.
It's the outfit.
Yeah. Now that's the outfit. That's something about the location.
Oh. But it only affected Fluttershy.
Yeah. Because she's the only one who needed to engage in it.
Huh. Fluttershy found something.
Oops. Well.
Oh boy. Yeah, at least it doesn't seem to be a Keter, though.
I know a lot of people have the problem with when Fluttershy started going off the deep end. People had the problem with the raccoons and how Fluttershy treated them.
Yeah,
because they're basically claiming she's out of character by yelling at the raccoons. The thing was, that's kind of the point. Yeah, she's acting like this because she's so caught up in the personalities she's established for these outfits, I guess.
Yeah, it's like that's sort of the point. All of those things are not Fluttershy's
and I've seen
character.
People defend it in that it is. Some people do alter their personality in times when they need to.
Yeah.
And this is one of those times where
This is kind of an extreme case.
it's extreme, but then again, it's a cartoon, and we've seen extremes before.
Yeah, like, yeah,
Sometimes
the
for better or
whole
for worse.
altering personalities. In my family, we've always said chameleon, and we've always associated like my brother with them because he does that. He will blend in to fit a crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, cartoons go to extremes, and sometimes for better or for worse. Sometimes it doesn't handle as well. Sometimes the extremes they go to doesn't really work. But
Yeah, sometimes they need to go to extremes in order to actually show a point.
or sometimes the extreme needs to happen just because you have only so much time and you can't build up as well. So you just go.
Yeah, you have to do the extreme. Either you don't have time, or it would be too subtle for most people to notice. So you expand upon it to make it obvious.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're dealing with children's media.
Yes.
Subtlety is harder with children's media.
Yeah.
But it's just I know a lot of people have a problem with that, and I get it, but I kind of also understand it makes sense from a storytelling standpoint. It does kind of make sense with how they're doing things regarding the character.
She was out of character. Mm-hmm. That was the point. She got so wrapped up in this that she forgot
the
herself.
part she was playing.
Yeah.
So she's a good actress.
Yes.
She'd be a great actress. Just watch her.
Just keep an eye on her.
I just found it kind of funny that Rarity was kept the raccoons down in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Just like, oh, they're still around. Huh? How about that?
Yep, the raccoons are still there because they're helpful.
Also, the calling them rodents was a thing.
Yes.
Apparently a horrible, monstrous thing.
Horrible thing.
Like, to the point Pinky covering up their ears. Like, no, they can't hear this.
Rodents is a mean thing to call them.
Yeah.
One thing that's interesting, Fluttershy was the last resort.
Oh, yeah. Well, it makes sense. I mean, Fluttershy's not exactly who you come to mind for, I need someone to talk to people constantly all day.
Although, if I remember correctly, the excuses that the other 4 gave... Well, Rainbow Dash had a Wonderbolts thing.
Mm-hmm. Pinky was baking pies.
Twilight was writing curriculum. Applejack just said no.
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 Farming, no.
Although it is a bit interesting that they were all able to show up afterwards.
It became an emergency later.
Yeah, it's like...
Also, it was later in the day, so it's possible they're all wrapping up.
Yeah.
Also, it's like our friend's actually in trouble. Actually in trouble. Not just I need someone to watch the shop and I got my own stuff to do.
Some of them you could put down for a second, like the curriculum you can put off for like an hour, where you couldn't put it off for an entire day to run a store. You can go, okay, that can wait for a little while I deal with this and come back to it. Mm-hmm. Pies, maybe. Wonderbolt training, good luck. That's one of those good luck. You can't come back to that. Put that one aside and come back to it.
Yeah. But then the other characters, she started asking. What was it? Who she asked?
the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Wow, Crusaders. You must be really desperate.
I know she asked Big Mac. Vinyl scratch.
Oh yes.
Although that was funny when she shook her head, you actually got a record scratch noises. I remember that distinctly. I'm trying to remember who else she asked during that whole nonsense.
I can't remember
because there was a lot.
There was a lot.
Maud.
Oh yes.
She asked Maud. Starlight was asked. I remember that. Why are the clothes gray now? Oh, she did ask Granny Smith. Cheerilee as well. Yep. Okay, that's all they were.
You asked the CMC before you asked Fluttershy.
Wow. Child labor laws exist, Rarity.
Also, you do realize the CMC would destroy the store. Fluttershy wouldn't make very many sales. It was what you're worried about because she's super shy. The CMC would literally blow the place up.
And it'd be covered in tree sap.
Yes, somehow.
How? I don't know. It just keeps happening. I told you, bro.
Yeah.
Again, I liked a lot of the dialogue with Fluttershy, particularly with the tipster and goth stuff. The dialogue there was particularly good.
It was well written.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is a good writer. You just gotta make sure you
pay attention to everything.
Double check your continuity there.
Yeah, that's the biggest glaring flaw. I think that for a lot of people, that right there is gonna
that's probably what's going to cause a lot of the divisiveness.
Because I know for a lot of people, that's in itself ruins the episode. I've already seen people basically say that big continuity error ruins the episode for them. They can't do anything but think about how terrible it is.
I can look over it at everything else and see how good everything else is, but it does ow.
It's out pretty bad.
It's it's pretty noticeable.
Mm-hmm. Also, there's a bit at the beginning where I remember when Rarity first came up to the picnic and Fluttershy offered Rarity some lettuce, and Angel, of course,
nope,
scarfs it all down. No, you can't have that. Mine. It's all mine.
Yeah, because Angel's a jerk.
What they should have done with that bit where Rarity was asking around for everything. Even Rarity contemplating asking Discord. No. Only if Fluttershy says no.
Still asking the CMC. That's the one that gets me. You ask the CMC?
Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Surprisingly enough, they said no.
They said no. Maybe they realized. Maybe they are aware of child labor laws. Rarity's such a good capitalist.
Rarity is industry.
Oh.
Old meme.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Old meme.
Yep, I remember that. Hello, Fable 2.
Yep. Fits in with the child labor law problems, too.
Yeah. Honestly, there's also that one bit where there's... I just like also some of the stuff with Fluttershy just BSing her way through a lot of sales. Just saying a bunch of nonsense and making it sound good, and everyone's like, okay, yeah, I'll buy it. Or the jewelry, the pony with the jewelry thing, and she just takes the whole display thing, drops it on her head, and it looks like Devo.
Not many people can pull this off, but I guess you're close. It's just, wow.
Yeah, and then she's like, yeah!
You pull off a condescending compliment. That's... Okay. Good job, I guess.
Yeah, that was... That's weird, though. Later on, a lot of these ponies came back to the shop and like, you know?
Yes.
That is a weird thing. It's like, why'd they reuse them? Because they came back and like, oh, now they're all upset.
Yeah, they showed up and they bought something, and then they showed up again, and Fluttershy had gotten worse and now trying to actively dissuade people from buying things.
No, you can't buy it.
These are too good for you.
Yep. No one's good enough for the stuff in this store. Get out of here.
Which, I mean, alright. That's compliments to Rarity, but kind of misses the point of the store.
Oh no.
It's like, but the point is to make money. We're supposed to sell things regardless of that.
Also initially Rarity freaking out. I was like, oh gosh, what have I done?
Yes, and then
what have I done?
Meeting the first success story.
Oh, hey, it worked.
It worked.
I guess I don't know anything about it. And I guess there's a bit at the end with the dress. And
yeah, there was that, but that was...
So inconsequential, really.
really inconsequential, though I guess...
I'm inspired. Make that little bit extra for the dress. There you go. Here's model off, and then Fluttershy engages her personality one more time.
Yes, but does so properly. Yeah. Just to drop a nice...
What was it like? Oh, Rarity was like, that one pony was talking about Rarity, like, how come she just dropped that fashion show for this? And then it's like,
yep.
Why didn't they bring it here? Did you think of that? No, because it's stupid.
Yeah. It was a fun episode with a couple really big problems.
Yeah, two big problems. It's
one a lot bigger than the other.
Yeah, it basically comes down to really how big of a problem that is for you.
Yeah, it's really, the ending isn't that big of an issue. It's probably just compressed for time.
You're terminated, leaves. And it comes back and next off it. You're also fired.
Yeah, and then just the abrupt resolution.
And then turn around, there she is again. Hello.
Hi. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just weird and abrupt. I mean, there's that issue. It's kind of minor. It's probably just compressed for time is what I would say.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Fluttershy kicked him out of the store.
Yes. Kicked the rodents out of the store.
It's the rodents.
Oh yeah, kicked the four of them.
Yeah, four of them. They're like trying to talk to her, and she kind of like, you're right, and then gets them out the door. Then she kicked.
Yep.
Can't be that bad. She kicked us out of the store.
Yep. But it was called. Yeah, but even that was. It was the calling the raccoons rodents that even got rarity.
Yeah.
She would never do that. She's completely lost it.
He's gone mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great episode. It's really well written. It's fun with two big problems.
Yep.
One a lot bigger than the other, but it's going to be, like you said, really dependent on how you feel about continuity.
Yep. I know some people don't care as much.
Yeah. If you don't care about continuity, then it's not a problem for you.
But if you do, well...
It's a big problem. It's well written.
I wonder if anyone on the show has responded to it yet. I didn't see anything.
I haven't seen anything either. They may have. I just haven't seen it. What happened here? I mean, a simple, oops, my bad, would be perfectly fine. It's like, okay, yeah.
I hope they don't respond with a condescending, it's just a cartoon, don't think about it.
I hate that. It's like, but we hold you high standards because we know you can do it.
And also the whole thing, it also implies that cartoons are an inherently inferior medium to other
exactly. It's like, it's just a cartoon, but cartoons can be good. So because it's a cartoon doesn't mean it can't be held to a good standard.
more along. We just forgot, or we didn't think about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
I'd be more respectful of. I'd be more respecting of the. We just didn't think. We didn't think it was important.
Yeah,
it's like fine, okay.
If you just even if you wanted to do it on purpose because whatever reasons, just be upfront about it.
Rather than
it's just a cartoon.
It's just a cartoon.
It's like, that's not the right way. Unless you got anything else to add.
I got nothing else.
All right. Well, that's the end of the discussion. Go into our tiny little bit of fan content.
Tiny bit.
Yeah. There was some good stuff that came out, but I picked this one. It came out just at the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
This is Forever Free Brony, also featuring Cookie Soup music, formerly known as DB Pony. The Great Division. Holy crap. This song. So this is part one of a 3-part EP that talks about basically the Crystal Ponies' enslavement and attempt at rebellion.
Oh no.
Yeah, at a revolution. This is part one. Now for part one, and not the other two parts, apparently they wanted to try and sound like the band Rush. And they very well succeeded. Holy crap. It is amazing. They did just an incredible job. It sounds awesome, and they nailed the sound of Rush. The voice, the guitar work, they nailed it. So yeah, good job.
Really great. Particularly synth work.
Yes.
But I also noticed in the first about 30 seconds or so of the song gives me some real big Mist vibes.
Oh.
Because it's particularly the, which world was that? The one with the rocket thing. The Mist.
Right.
The rocket bit. I can't remember what the world's called, but
I can't remember the name of the ages.
Yeah, but it's that the music there kind of reminds me of that. That first 30 seconds reminded me very much of Mist.
Yeah.
But after that, it's pretty much Rush.
And that's Rush with the synth and the guitar. Now, there's a few differences between Rush and this, obviously, one, because no one can 100% nail Geddy's voice, though they come really close.
Also,
like
2, it's about ponies.
What?
2, it's about ponies.
2, it's about ponies. But still, that's like 99% of the way to Rush. Also, the bass work with the keyboard, Rush doesn't do as much because the bass and the keyboard are done by Geddy at the same time, so he doesn't have that many hands.
Yeah, he should get more hands.
he will still play both simultaneously, but it's usually like bass pedal on when he's working on keyboards and stuff like that. So they're able to do a little bit more here, but they nailed the sound. So really, really good job. And go check out the whole EP. There's 2 other songs that are also really, really good. They're different styles, but they're really good. So go check those out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the only song I've got
no
this
fanfic
week.
Stuff.
And you don't have any fanfics and
no updates. I found a fic I like, or refound a fic I like, but it's been so long I need to reread it. So I might be able to feature it next week. I'll look.
Yeah, and I'll have to read through it, the whole thing too, if you
Yep.
do. That's it. No other fan content.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to the end of the episode.
Wow.
Yep, pretty short. Not
Ish.
much news. Yeah. One of our somewhat shorter, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Either way, hope you liked what you heard. If you did, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, this LIBSYN. So go there, you can find all of our episodes. Go download them, subscribe to our RSS feed, whatever. It's all there. You can also find us on iTunes. Just search for Pony411. Go rate us there. Subscribe to us. Yeah. You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or use the mobile apps. Search for us. You know our name. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. Find all our episodes there. Go like, comment, subscribe, and remember to click that notification bell. And hope the emails don't get filtered into spam like they've been happening for me. Seriously, Google, why are you filtering in Gmail YouTube emails as spam? You own both. What the hell?
Algorithms, though.
It's just, wow.
Algorithms.
Anyway, we are also on Google Play. Speaking of Google stuff, go to play.google.com/music, and then you can search for us, Pony411. It's kind of annoying. They have to go all the way there to search before the search works, but we're there. You can find us.
And subscribe.
Yes, subscribe so you don't have to go and type all that in again.
And again. And again.
We are also on Ponyville Live with all of their other shows. A whole bunch of ones there. You can find us included. It will update automatically with our YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So if you use them, you can find us there. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in, listen to us then, or tune in any other time to hear really great music and live DJs, all sorts of stuff. It's a great place. Check them out. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. So send us comments, criticisms, suggestions. If you would like us to look at something and talk about something, send it to us. We will take a look.
Or like say you have a question about our music.
Yes.
That I just remembered I need to actually answer because I forgot all day because I was gone all day yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you were busy. Yes, we will check them. We do check our emails.
Eventually.
Usually within a couple days if one of us is paying attention. But we will get to emails there. You can also contact us or visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like our page there. We'll post updates when they happen. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at pony411. So follow us there, tweet us there. That's probably the best way for just quick little communications, like to say hi or whatnot. See us post random nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Or a quick little, hey, what you think about this episode or this? Yeah. Random nonsense happens there all the time. It's Twitter.
Oh, yes.
That's just what Twitter is about. You can also find our personal Twitter accounts there. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and a underscore at the end. And he is at Nemesis Prime 1.
Mm-hmm.
So go follow us and see us tweet about whatever we happen to be tweeting about.
Usually Transformers for me.
Yeah, usually Transformers to you, and I'm just retweeting Pony.
Pony pictures.
Yep, Pony pictures. And sometimes I might actually say something, but not often. But I do watch. I lurk a lot.
Weirdo.
That brings us to the very end of this episode. Once again, hope you liked what you heard. Hope you tune in next week when we talk about the next episode.
I believe this granny's gone wild.
Oh boy. Why did you pick that name?
Because it's funny.
Admitted, yes it is. It is funny.
We'll check
but
that
still.
real quick. Yes.
Granny's gone wild. Oh boy.
Dash episode, and I'm the one talking about
And
it.
you get to talk about that one, yes. So tune in for that joyous event. But until then, remember, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.